What is up, my friends? Happy Friday. It's so good to be sitting down with you again to read another awesome story. I'm stoked to be here with you. Thank you for joining me. Since yesterday when I read to you, we have learned some new news about what school will look like come August. Now, the governor of our state met with some other really important leaders to make some tough decisions about what we need to do in order to get back to school safely and keep everyone and their families healthy. So with that being said, the decision was made that we will not be returning back to school in August in the classroom, but we will be doing school online, just like we were doing when all of this started back in March. Now, some of you may be thinking, whew, I wasn't looking forward to going back. It was scary. I didn't know what to expect. And some of you might be feeling, oh man, I really wanted to go back to my classroom and see my friends. Whatever side you're on, I feel you. I feel the same way. Part of me is excited about this opportunity to learn about digital learning and online learning with you guys. There's always so much more to learn. And the other part of me, a slightly bigger part, was really looking forward to being back in the classroom. I really want to see my friends and be in that environment where we're learning together again. But you know what? That's okay. What I'm learning right now is that I have to stay positive and I have to stay focused on the things that I can control. And something we're going to learn about in our book today, it's a really important lesson. It's that we have to be patient sometimes because some of the best things in life require us to wait for them. And I think right now life is trying to give us a really good lesson about waiting for things because it's important. Right now is not the safest time to go back into school, even though we really want it. And so that's why I picked this book for you today. It's coming from that little box that I got a little while ago called A Little Spot of Blank. And these are all different books that are written by Diane Alber, and we've been reading a lot of her stories. So this is from that little box. I have a bunch of these books here, but this one's called A Little Spot of Patience, okay? And this is about what it means to wait for things. So for right now, we're gonna have to work on our patience so that we can get to the reopening of schools safely, and it'll be amazing. And if we're not patient and we rush this process, who knows what that will do for us. So I thought this was a very fitting book to read today because sometimes we all need to be reminded of the importance of being patient. And what we're also going to learn in this book is how being patient and waiting for things to come can be fun and we can enjoy this process. And before I go reading into this too, I've been organizing this little space right here in my bedroom because since we're going to be doing distance learning, I want to make my little mini classroom nice and cool and fun, and I'm excited to be in this space. And while I was looking through some of my things to organize this, I came across one of the thank you cards one of my students wrote me last year, right at the end of the school year when COVID was, happening. And she thanked me for a really wonderful school year. And this is from my friend Sophia. And it's just a card that I've really loved looking at over the last several months. It reminds me of my why, and I'm here to be with my students. And it shows me too the connections that we've made. My students really get me. And if you can tell, this is me as a pizza. Sophia even wrote right here, Miss C as a pizza. And honestly, there's no greater compliment from a student than a drawing of me as my favorite thing. So I'm gonna stick this right here because it's a nice reminder of why we gotta be patient. Because if, I need to wait until it's safe to open schools again before I can see my friends, I will, because I want to see you. I want to make sure you're healthy and happy and alive and well, and same with your families. So with that being said, thanks for letting me do this whole 4-minute introduction, but we're going to read A Little Spot of Patience. All right. Again, this is by Diane Alber, and she's telling us a little story about how to enjoy waiting. All right. So let's read. I'm happy. It's a good day. All right, these are my little friends' patience thoughts who are going to help us with our story. Hey, we are Patience Spots. We are here to help you when you have to wait. We all know that waiting is not easy, and it's not. It takes a lot of work, okay? Everyone, yes, even you, has a patience spot and you want it to grow as big as possible. So it's important that you train it every day. The bigger it becomes, the better you'll be at waiting. You might even enjoy it too, which means you might have fun while you're waiting. And here we see some different little tools used to measure time. And, waiting takes time, right? And our friends here are thinking, you can make waiting fun? How can you do that, right? Well, let's learn about it, shall we? Because there's lots of times in life where we're going to need to be patient, but we can make it cool. There are a lot of situations that require patience. Some things you may only wait a minute for, and some things you might need to wait years for, like that of a big apple tree, right? Trees take years to grow to the massive size that they are, but what a beautiful thing we get to see once that growing is done, right? It takes a long time, but then we get to look at this gorgeous tree. That's why it's good to start training your patience spot right away so you can enjoy all the times that you have to wait. Something that I've been learning a lot about during quarantine, because I wanted to learn a new skill, was that I was learning about planting, and that you can take plants like my pothos plant right here, for instance, right? And you can trim or cut little leaves off and put them in water, and roots will grow. It's called propagating your plants. And I had seen friends do it, but I had never done it myself. And so I eagerly cut some of my leaves and put them in water, and I was waiting and waiting to see the roots grow, and it felt like it took forever. And I was thinking, man, I don't want to wait this long. I just want to see the roots already. But guess what? I kept waiting. I tried to be patient, and before I knew it, I started to see roots grow out. And it's one of the most beautiful things, and I can't wait to show you that. I'll show you some plants another time, but again, it's so worth it to wait, because in the end, you get to see something awesome. So that's one of the situations that we have to wait, and it's worth it, right? In fact, I make myself wait when I don't even have to. Try to not eat those donuts right away. The longer you make yourself wait, the bigger your patience spot grows. Doesn't it seem like the donuts taste better than usual when you finally eat them? It's because you just grew your patience spot. Now, the next time you have to wait, it'll be a little easier because you can see how waiting actually makes you enjoy things a little more. All right? So instead of just diving right into things, taking a moment to think, have a breath, look forward to it, build the anticipation, and then dive on in. And I bet it's going to be even more awesome than if you had just dove in, not waited, right? Ooh, this is one of my favorites. Puzzles are a great way to help train your patience spot. Oh yeah, they are. In order to solve a puzzle, you must think a lot, and you can't rush things. Thinking things through and problem solving helps grow your patience spot. This is something else I've been doing a lot during quarantine, because I've always really enjoyed puzzles because they make me be patient. I have to slow things down and really, really think things through in order to solve a puzzle, especially those ones that are a lot harder, like the 1,000-piece puzzles that I've been trying to tackle. I've gotten frustrated trying to just get it done, but when I remember that it's really good to be patient and to slow down, then it makes the process of finishing it even more fun. And then you get to the end and you're like, wow, that was awesome. Coloring is another great way to train your patience spot. It helps your mind focus on something other than waiting. I love that. So we've got puzzles, we've got coloring, right? Creating any type of art can help train your patience spot. When using paint or glue, you usually have to wait until it dries to touch it. While you wait, play a game to pass the time. I love that. I find myself driving a lot during the summer and going on trips to visit family and friends around the state, safely of course, but when I'm in the car, sometimes I get a little bored and I like to play games to help pass the time. There's some really fun games you can play, but I encourage you to research some cool ones that you want to try next time you have to wait or go in the car. Did you know baking and cooking can help train your patience spot? Certain foods need time to cook before you eat them. So while you're waiting, play some music and have a dance party. This will make the time pass so much faster, right? Or when you're waiting for that pizza to be delivered, or maybe it's baking in your oven, right? You gotta wait, put on some tunes. Boogie, boogie, and dance your little body around, right? That's super fun. It's a good way of passing the time, right? They always say, having fun makes time go faster, right? So go do something fun. You can also train your patient spot by taking some time to make good choices instead of rushing. So this person right here, right? They're thinking, okay, it might be cold. What should I wear? All right, and so they're starting to think about, what should I wear here, right? They're taking time to slow down and think, what would be the best choice here? Another way to train your patient spot is by listening. When you're waiting to ask a question, try to listen to what the other kids are asking. You might learn something new. And I love that. It's really hard when we're in our class and we really have something awesome we want to say or ask our teacher or our friends, but someone else is talking. So a lot of us are just waiting and waiting until it's our turn, but actually you're missing out on listening to what the other people are saying. So instead of just waiting to say what you want to say, listen, because you might learn something from them. Taking turns is a great way to train your patient spot. When you're waiting to use something, watch what someone else is doing. You might learn a new technique. I really hadn't thought about that one, but I like that one a lot. Yeah, sometimes in classes we have to share our things and we're really eager to just get that tool so that we can finish what we were doing, but we gotta wait sometimes. So enjoy it and watch what your friend is doing. Sometimes training your patient spot is all about how you look at a situation. I know it can be frustrating when you can't open your presents right away, but you could use that time to hang out with your friends longer. That's a really good example, right? Instead of just waiting and waiting to open things that your loved ones gave you, go hang out with those loved ones, right? Those are the kind of moments you won't get back. Those you can do on your own time. But go hang out with your buddies, right? Focus on the party and the fun and the connections. Ooh, I like this. Car rides can seem like time moves so slowly, right? As I was just saying. While you wait, try reading a book or enjoying the scenery. Duh. Right? Now, I am super duper guilty of this. I could be on my phone looking down at the screen for so much of car rides that sometimes I forget to just look up and look out the window. It's so beautiful around us, even when it's just kind of plain and simple, right? Sometimes you'll see things that you wouldn't normally see if you just kind of put those distractions away and put your eyes up and look out the window, right? Look at those beautiful mountains and the sun, right? Or just sing some songs with your family or your friends. Have some cool conversations. Play some games. Oh, I just noticed this too. He's reading about the peaceful spot right here. I love that. I had that one. You will spend a lot of time training your patient spot in lines when you're waiting in line. Lines at the doctor's office, lines getting ice cream, or lines at the playground. Try saying hello and making a new friend. Great conversation can make waiting so much fun. When I was growing up, my grandma Lee would always start a conversation with whoever was near her in line every single time. And when I was super young, it used to embarrass me and I have no clue why. She was making someone's day every time she acknowledged them and asked them how they were doing. And I thought that was really cool as I got older and I saw how much love and happiness this brought to people through her act of kindness by just saying hello and having a conversation, right? We don't need to be strangers, right? Let's talk to someone or ask them a question, right? And I swear it'll make the time go by faster and you're doing something nice. So thanks, Grandma Lee, for teaching me that. So this friend right here, for instance, right? Waiting to get on that playground, looking so bored, but these friends aren't bored because they're talking to each other and making use of that time because they gotta wait. So why not make it fun, right? Sometimes waiting in line may seem boring, but it's all about perspective if you're down to not be a stranger and talk to some friends or make a little game or sing a little song in your head, right? Time flies. When you are bored, it can make you feel irritated. But did you know you are choosing to be bored? Yeah, I know. Ouch, right? But you are choosing to be bored. It's all about your mindset and your perspective. So instead, choose to find your peaceful spot, right? Be a little calm in that line. Be a little chill. Take some deep breaths. Think about something that you love, right? Instead of focusing on how irritated you are, right? That's not going to speed up the process. Lo siento, but it's not, right? So instead, be a little calm and peaceful about it, all right? That's one way. So many ways. Or choose to be creative. I have a little trick that is so much fun. Repeat after me. Are you ready? All right, repeat after me. Don't look at patience as a daunting chore. Look at patience as a chance to explore. When you have to wait, just look around. Can you find a spot or something round? I like that. So don't look at patience as a daunting chore, like something that you have to do or have to be, right? Look at patience as a chance to explore or learn or do something cool or new. When you have to wait, just look around, right? Can you find a spot or something round? I really do like that. It's a good little motto. I'll have to remember that next time. I'm so quick to just pull out my phone and browse through my social media apps or play a game when I have to wait. But this is a really good reminder to just put my phone away and keep my eyes up and look around and see what I can look at or think about instead of just being on my phone, right? I like that. A tire, a ball, or an eye with a dot. This will help you grow your patience spot, right? So looking around all the things that we can admire and appreciate instead of just choosing to be bored and irritated, right? So with that being said, my friends, another really great situation for you to practice training your patience spot is right now in your homes as we await school to start and we're anxious and we're nervous and maybe we're bummed and maybe we're mad. But the truth is, the only way we're going to get back to school is if we're considerate of our community. We're doing our part to wear our masks and to be safe and socially distanced. And if we're patient, right? A lot of us, we can't make the call to go back to school, and that's okay. We have to accept that. And we just got to be patient. But you can choose to have fun with this waiting period. So think about something that you want to do to help the time pass until we can finally be in the classroom together again. I promise you, it's not going to take forever and ever. It might feel like that if you choose to do that, but have fun with it. Like find something that you want to do, maybe you've never done before, and put some energy into that. And I promise it'll make time go by so much faster. So I'm remembering my why, and this card had said, thanks for your time, encouragement, patience, and inspiration. And Sophia, I really do need to practice that patience, so thank you for reminding me. Patience is so important. We got this, guys. We will get through this together. I promise we don't have to wait forever, but we do have to for a little bit. So have fun with it. I love you. I hope this day finds you well. Practice training that patience spot. Go do something fun. You are loved. Take care.